He's doing it live. All right, we'll go back over here to this. Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? We hope you're excited as we are. You excited, Fernando?
I'm excited.
Are you excited, Brian?
I'm excited.
I know, right? I know. So tonight, as promised, we are going to be talking with Mr. Brian Schmidt. For those of you guys who don't know who he is, he's the gentleman to the screen next to us that way. And he's the guy. He's Mr. Mobile Solutions. He sells our wire ruler quite well, actually. And he also is the creator of Master Tech EXPO. And tonight we're going to talk about Master Tech EXPO 2023. So sit back, relax, get ready, and let's get excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. I don't know why I keep saying that.
Thank you guys for having me. This is going to be great. So this is the first time that we've actually talked about the 23 show. So it is very exciting.
Yeah, I mean we've been helping very smallly in the back, little corner. I'm like the little angel that pops up on your shoulder and goes, "Hey, what about this?" And then you go,
angels, one word. That's cool. Devil, I don't know.
Probably more the devil.
It can switch. That's fine.
But
it's great.
Yeah. So what? All right. So before I'm gonna pull up the PowerPoint just because, or not. All right, we'll call it a PowerPoint. I'm gonna call it the presentation because I want to start with, for those of you guys that have not familiar with the Master Tech EXPO. Like, what was the catalyst for coming out with this in 2022?
So, look, guys, we have a huge community, and I think we all kind of share this these enthusiasts that love to build stuff. They love audio, they love gadgets, they love cars, and so that was kind of the catalyst for this. Is we're bringing back classes. We knew that if we just try to do them here at our facility, there's just no way we can handle the amount of people. We can only have 25 comfortably, and we want that experience to be amazing. And so we got starting to think, hey, let's do something on a bigger scale and have this diversity of end users, hobbyists, serious people that are just into it, pro shops, upholstery shops, builders, car audio guys. And it's just kind of a collection of people that take their craft very, very serious. And that's where this kind of evolved to. And so it's it's a lot of fun, but the kind of the level that we're talking about and executing at is pretty intense. And we definitely have stuff for beginners and guys that are getting into it and they just want to learn about it. And then we also have that other end of the spectrum where the guys at the top of their game are wanting to learn. And that's kind of our slogan, is where the professionals come to learn. So that kind of gives you an idea of the diversity of it. And I know we'll talk more about that in just a second, but it's been a lot of fun. And you guys are able to see this as well firsthand.
Yeah, I mean, dude, trust me, we had a blast. It was quite an experience for us. I mean, we try to attend as many of these events as we can, and I always feel like we always come in going, we're going to kind of take this one easy, and then it never happens.
No, I just want to say the first time we got there, right away, you were like, wow, this is crazy. As soon as you walk in the door, you see the whole thing. It's like, so if you're going to go, you're not going to get disappointed. That's for sure.
So these are just a few shots of the main show floor, and the people that were there. It's funny because we were looking at the pictures and we're like, oh, there's Adam, there's Ray, and there's a couple other guys we know throughout there. So these are some of the best in the industry that are attending, let alone teaching the classes, which is pretty impressive. So as you kind of hinted, who should attend this? Because it's not just for 12 volt by any stretch of the imagination.
No, not at all. And gosh, look, guys, I had people from Tesla, the actual factory, coming, engineers that attended. We had just all kinds of people guys that are very serious in their garage coming to attend, and that's what's cool. So you get everything from car manufacturers to super fab shops to just regular shops to what upholstery guys, custom builders.
There was a couple consumers there.
100%. Yeah, and it's just got a lot of diversity. We kind of welcome our doors to everyone, and that's what's cool about it. It's it is for someone who wants to take their craft very serious and learn. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and you can see who's instructing there as well. So we have some of the best teaching.
So can you drop some names on some of the instructors who are going to be there this year?
The pressure.
Who's committed and who hasn't, or who's been committed, I should say.
No one's ever said no, I'll tell you that. But I think you're going to probably see people like Tom Miller and Jeremy Carlson. Yes. Good friends.
Who those guys did great classes last year.
Yeah, Matt Schaefer and Gary Bell and JT and all these guys kind of are our family, and I think that we want to include that. But beyond that, there's going to be a lot of really cool talent. Mark Fukuda was kind of coming out of his element last year. He is a CEO of a huge, multi-million-dollar company, but he's still got he's a very smart guy. I think he's going to be teaching a class. We're trying to talk him into it, but Mark will be teaching, and I can't tell you what, but it will be something that will surprise you and will be off the charts cool. So Mark's going to be teaching. There's some other guys. I can't say.
Well, as we get closer, obviously, we can start to. You gave us enough there. We just wanted you to peel it back a little bit, not to totally like baba.
There's a lot more.
We haven't. As it gets closer to March, probably we'll. When we start to get the schedule together, then we can let more cats out of the bag.
Yes,
for sure.
That's for sure.
But I think that's a good tease. The one thing I'll point out is that, last year was really cool, and that was last year. So, I almost feel bad for Gary, because Gary was running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Like, I think you had him like you said, no one ever says no. So I think you had him teaching like 3 classes in one day or something like that. Yeah. And so the bad part is that was last year. So everything they taught last year, they have to come up with something new for this year.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, bro.
No, you're going to see some really cool stuff. You're going to see a lot more project-based stuff. So for example, you might see, how to build a console from a pencil sketch to the ending of it. And that might be part of one session or multiple sessions together. So you'll see more project-based type of classes, and I think guys want to see that, like, hey, I want to learn about door panels, or I want to learn about tuning, and I actually want to see you do it in a car. So we're going to have a huge audio section as well, and other things, metal craft, and there's just a lot of different things to choose from. But you'll definitely see more project-based things. So to kind of reiterate, or go with what you're saying there, was we will definitely have new content, and it'll be fresh and different. Every year it's going to be different. So know that.
I'm excited.
I'm excited, man. Yes. Yeah.
So to just to piggyback on that for just to wrap that up, one of the things I thought was really cool was, last year being the first year, it was trying to figure out what we can get away with and what we can push further. And to talk to, like you said, we want to talk about from drawing the center console to building the center console. Last year we went, and you had Tom Miller teaching how to conceptualize the center console, and then you had you and Mark and Jeremy and
Matt,
thank you. And it was like, here's 2D conceptualized, here's 3D conceptualized. So it's like, you started with Tom talking about, here's the ideas. And then it was like, okay, here's how you can make that idea work in 2D. Here's how you can make that idea work in 3D. So it was this whole, like throughout the day, you learn how to get from thinking it to working the software to do it.
Yeah.
So that was a really cool idea. And so taking it to the next level, which is here's the product, will be okay. Sucks to be you. No. I'm glad you guys are gonna do that.
So I have one last little snippet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, and I wasn't going to share this, but I think that it's noteworthy, and it's not confirmed, but there's a good chance we will have a few engineers from Autodesk. That's the owners of Fusion 360.
Yeah.
Teaching on site. So a night school class and part of our main curriculum. So yeah, we'll have guys from Fusion there actually teaching, and they have a post for Cam Master, and Cam Master is working with this on the CNC side. So it is definitely going to be next level. When you get someone from the factory actually teaching the CAD software, that's legit. It's not, oh, my buddy's really good, he can show us. No, this is the guys that actually design the software.
Bro.
So that is off the charts cool.
Like I said, you're not gonna miss this event.
Yeah.
No, I mean the show. I mean, like you said, Cam Masters. The Cam Master guys were right there on the floor. They had a giant CNC. The laser guys were right there on the floor.
Everything.
The 3D machine that was across from us at the Kenwood booth, just toiling away all day long, producing out whatever he had manufactured. And then, of course, you had the scanner person over there, and she was showing you how to do scanning. And these were all reinforced by classes that were taught, too. So not only if you couldn't get the class because you didn't have time, you could literally talk to these people on the show floor. So and get some of the questions that you might be already comfortable with it, but you might have a few questions. So you might want to spend your time in a different class, but there's still people there that you can walk up to and talk to for 10 minutes, get your question answered, and then continue on with whatever else you have to do while you're there.
Oh, 100%. And we'll have night school classes where you could actually go to like the scanner or or Big Rep, the 3D printing company. You can go to their booth at nighttime and sign up for the class specifically, and they'll teach you right in their booth with the machines, the software. And I think
we're all up till 2 a.m. I don't see why we shouldn't stop. I
mean, hey, they're going to be long days, but they are going to be incredible days.
But they're fun days.
Oh yeah, it is like Christmas for sure.
And I was being conservative at 2 a.m. So I was trying to make it sound like I was a little responsible, but I'm not. All right. So along with the class itself, there's a certain amount of like getting to know people. So being introduced to there again, being able to mingle with other 12 volts, or being able to mingle with maybe a person that you've seen on Instagram that does upholstery, or a metal guy, or a hot rod guy, or whatever. These people are all there. So there's a certain amount of networking that you've built into this on purpose so that we can all hang out and get comfortable and talk amongst ourselves without having to disrupt class time, so to speak. And this year is going to be insane, thanks to the guys at MSC, Larry Penn and the crew. So this is the gentleman that's going to perform for us, Justin Hopkins.
Yeah, and he's awesome. He was on The Voice. Really? I mean, he's legit, and he's an amazing artist. But, look, guys, we want to build culture, and our culture is networking. And some of the best comments I've had from our trainings here is, hey, I met so-and-so, and that was almost as valuable as the class itself, because now I have a lifelong friendship with, my buddy in back east or out west. And you meet people that you would never meet. And I think that is so important. That networking aspect is super critical, and we want everybody, hey, we all put our pants on the same way. Let's just have fun, have a couple cocktails. And we've contracted the entire city block this year. Last year it was about half. So that whole block in Mesa is ours. So this is at the amphitheater now. Now this is Kid Rock has played at this thing, John Mayer, Wiz Khalifa. I mean, a lot of big artists have played at this same thing. We're going to take and block off the upper section and just have the bottom. as just our VIP area for our group, 1,500, 2,000 people of our closest friends, right, guys?
Oh yeah.
And imagine 4 bars, food, awesome food, crazy,
Yes.
and this badass band playing. It's actually such a big deal that the mayor of Mesa, the city of Mesa, has actually taken notice to our show. It's the 3rd largest one of the year. So the mayor is going to kick the thing off with his opening remarks. I thought that was cool.
Wow.
That is very
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
Yeah.
he's going to kick it off, and it's just going to be food and drinks and cool music. And hey, man, it's a great way to kick down the front door to the expo.
And that's what I liked about it. I mean, last year there's some pictures there of the big hoopla
Gathering,
that we had that first night that everyone got there, because the classes start Monday morning. So you get there Sunday, you unload, you unpack, you get your bag of goodies, because there's always a bag of goodies. It's not like we just hand you a badge and you're on your own. There's a bag of goodies with shirts and hats and pens and paper, and there was all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. And then we all met outside, as you can see from some of these pictures, and we just we went till the wee hours of the morning. I mean, I don't remember what time it was. We were talking from the dudes from South Africa.
Yes.
Big fans from South Africa. And just listening to him tell us what he had to do to get to your show, I was like, bro, I like Brian, but not that much. It was a lot of work for him.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So this is just kind of an overview of who attends this type of show: fabricators, retailers, builders, upholstery. So basically a little bit of everybody that likes to work with their hands. Like we said, it's just not all audio. It's building everything.
Cars. Yes.
Yeah. If you like to customize cars or even build stuff in general, man, this is it. I mean, we've got architectural guys, I've got boat builders. I mean, you name it. It's pretty diverse. So you'd be surprised on who attends. It's awesome.
Yeah. And so this is kind of this is a rough draft of how the day would break down. It's there again, subject to change. And a lot of people got confused because they're not used to this. So do you want to kind of talk about what you were telling us before the show, or do we want to wait on that one?
Yeah, no, I can walk you through the timeline. So,
okay.
so Sunday, if you guys are booking flights, you definitely want to arrive Sunday in the daytime, because you don't want to miss that party. Now, if you can't get there until late, I would come in the day before. And just go, this is a beautiful time of year. It's in the mid 70s. It's gorgeous weather. But you want to be there for that party. And, it's going to kick off around, 5 o'clock and, go till, well, whenever you say, Dean. But that's Sunday night is the party. And it's just have fun, get your tchotchkes, get some food, hang out, talk to everybody. It's going to be a blast, and listen to some live music that's amazing. Monday, that's school starts. And so we push the timeline back to 8 o'clock. So class starts at actually 8. Last year was a little bit ambitious at 7:30, but we still did it. But we pushed it to 8. But this year, and we'll have a slide for this coming up, we wanted to make sure that everybody was fed. So yeah, go back to the timeline. Just stay there for just 1 second. I'll just walk through. We want to make sure that everybody is fed, and food is not a problem at all. It's all inclusive. So once you get here, man, we got you. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, you're good. You don't need to leave for anything other than go to sleep. So you get there, have some breakfast, you go through 3 sessions, and you guys know the deal. Even in between each session, we've got music playing in the hallways. There's cookies and coffee. It's just first class. It's all the things that I've always wanted at a trade show and how it should be. So we want that energy. We want you guys to never be hungry. And then you go right to lunch. Lunch is a beautiful buffet, and we've upped the lunch offerings for next year. Yeah, it's going to be sweet, and that's for everybody. So everybody eats, and then you go right on the vendor floor. And the vendors are challenged to do all kinds of tech. It's bring your tech. That's what we tell the vendors. Not bring your literature, bring your tech. show us what's new, show us what's cool. We want to see the tech side of it. So we're challenging all these vendors big time. And then the green part,
we know that we had to help people with that one last year.
and you guys did a great job.
You guys did
a great job. And then at nighttime is kind of new. So this is dinner outside on the plaza, and we'll talk more in our next coming slides. But it's dinner out there. We're gonna have a huge barbecue pit and just have a cookout the first night, and the second night will be tacos, custom tacos. So something different every night, but that's for everybody. I had you at tacos. So
probably had my ta.
Yeah, but then you go back to school. You go to night school. You can go see the manufacturers are going to have just really cool classes each night. Wednesday, you'll have an opportunity to go to more classes in case you missed one. Some of those manufacturers will repeat. Then we have lunch, and then we have some awards, and we have a keynote presenter that is, pretty amazing.
Oh, I was so close, guys. So close.
All right, let's keep rolling.
All right.
Close.
True Brand. This basically is talking about the hyper focus workshops, and the idea is that it's an immersive experience. So, ask questions, pay attention. They're actually doing the work in front of you. So it's not like it's not like a PowerPoint like this where they're just talking to you about stuff. I mean, in some classes there are, and some like the audio class we did, it was more of a general education class, but like the classes the fab classes and stuff like that, there was a lot. There was some hands-on type stuff. So that's to look forward to. And then here is the event hall. So this is the daytime, this is the area, the main area, so to speak. This is where all the fun happens.
Yeah, and you guys can check this out online. It's constantly updating. But you can see there's the buffets right there, all the booth space, the build off, all that is, none of it's by accident. The kind of the architecture behind this is you eat, you go see your vendors, you watch the build off. There's always something to do. We're talking on stage, we got music. And then I'm going to tell you guys, outside was surprisingly most vendors, a lot of vendors, I'm not saying most, but there was a lot of vendors that actually chose to be outside for whatever reason, because they have a big JL's rig, if you guys haven't seen it, it's a $500,000 rig. It is crazy cool. It's a full training center. It has all their displays, Electromedia, Kenwood, Rockford, MSC, Sony. All these guys are outside with huge rigs that you wouldn't normally see. They actually have them, but they just don't bring them to a lot of the events that we go to. So that's really cool. I mean, Kenwood's going to have a booth out there. They're ripping down motorcycles. It's going to be crazy. Sony's building a car the whole time. Wet Sounds will have a huge boat out there. I mean, it is going to be awesome. So I'm really excited. And then in the middle there's a little thing that says something that I'm going to let you talk about in just a second. In the middle.
Yeah. We'll keep moving. And there again, this is kind of just reiterating what you said. And this is back to the daily food.
Yeah. Actually, go back one slide real quick. I just want to touch on this.
Yeah.
So I just put this slide in here because the demo vehicles are so important. We love cars, and I hate going to shows and there's no cool cars. So, I mean, we actually broke it down to very high profile cars that are either super famous or super expensive. And they only get to go up front there. And then we actually have them designated as 1 through 6 on where they go. And so it is very important that you see, really high level cars, super good builds. And, that's what it's all about, is seeing the cars, not just a bunch of booths stuffed in there. We want to see cars. I don't know about you guys, but I'm all about that.
And that bottom picture there is kind of showing you the outside area. It's very small, but it's Yeah, that's the outside was great. I'm not gonna lie, I had a blast outside.
Yeah, outside was cool.
Yeah.
So,
and then of course everyone gets food.
Yep, there's your food. We did talk about
and the
that.
food was good. The food was good. I mean, that was like one of the only shows we've gone to where we had like
the opportunity to sit down and eat. Yeah, well, that was crazy.
It was kind of odd. I'm not gonna lie.
I enjoyed it. I was like, wow.
And it wasn't like just sandwiches. It was good food.
I can't tell you how many times you eat out of necessity because you're starving and you're just standing somewhere in a corner next to a garbage can, and then you just keep going. This is nice. We want you to legitimately sit down, eat, and enjoy yourself. So that's what it's all about.
For sure. So this is kind of talking about where the training rooms. So aside from the actual event center where the main is there's hallways that lead off to the training rooms. And we're gonna have lots of training rooms this year.
Oh yeah, they're big rooms. So, like I said, we have the entire city block, and this is part of it. The amphitheater is not even on here, but yeah, each one of those rooms, depending on the room, can hold up to 380 to 300, depending on what it is. So there's a lot of opportunity for training, and we just wanted to increase that offering. I think it's going to be pretty incredible. And you guys saw we don't spare any expense on our AV. Every room has a AV guy in it live, so if something goes wrong, we can fix it.
Yep.
I mean, we spent a grip on this, but I think every penny of it's worth it because it all equates to the experience for all the attendees. It's awesome. That's what we want.
Yeah, I mean, you even went so far as to where they were going to be doing the custom work up on the table. You had the whole girders with the top-down camera so that everyone could see it on the giant monitors that were behind them. I mean, it was insane the amount of that was just crazy.
Yeah, the production was
really
great.
The production crew was just it was like Jesus, like every room was like a rock concert.
Like, oh my God, Brian, seriously?
Yeah. They loved you.
Yeah, yes, they did. But hey, that's how you do it, right?
Oh yeah.
It's got to be first class, or we're not doing it at all. So
definitely. So that takes us to the extracurricular activities that are going to be happening. Build Off did happen last year. It was kind of cool because while you're eating lunch or while you're on the show floor and while that is all happening, there's some guys up on the stage running around like their pants are on fire.
Yes, they did. Yeah, we had 2 teams each day, 4 total, and it was pretty cool. So and everybody had different shirt colors and strategy, and these guys literally planned for months. It was pretty cool, and built some amazing stuff in 3.5 hours. I was blown away. I don't know about you guys, but
oh no, it was insane.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I mean, this would take a normal shop weeks to do it, and they did it in 3 hours. So their planning was really executed well. And, we're going to have a full shop again, multiple lasers, CNC access, all this stuff, routers, and they'll be doing it. They'll be thrashing live. I don't know what exactly we haven't decided on the panel or the style of what everybody's building, but it's going to be cool. Rockford is our sponsor for this. They love being a part of this. So there's a ton of swag and uniforms, and you get trophies, and we're going to give away to the actual guys that participate and signed up. You're getting a ton of products and tools and router bits and a bunch of stuff.
Very good.
Yeah,
very
so
nice.
it's definitely worth it. You are going to dedicate your lunch basically to up on that stage, but the second day you can go work the booths and have fun just like everybody else. But if you do win, man, there's huge notoriety. I mean, that's some big bragging rights. To win the build off is a big deal. So yeah.
Because this is the guy the top guys in the 12-volt industry, and not like you say, not in the 12-volt industry, but in the whole thing. These are the guys.
Yeah, so and I encourage everybody to register for it. Everybody should register. It's all about fun, but and you might have a team captain that will teach you. And I had a couple guys tell me I've learned more from this build off than my whole life, just because of I had to interact with other people and how they built
Yep.
stuff and their perspective, and we had to work together as a team, and it just wasn't one person's idea. So there's, think of this as a dream training for somebody to be a part of, because the team captains are going to be all stars for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Now you said register. Registration isn't open yet, and when it does become open, we will let everyone know.
Yes,
but
soon.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's coming soon. So.
And then new this year.
Ooh.
This was not my idea. Clean wire challenge. So along with the build off going on the inside, there'll be a clean wire challenge going on the outside. This was an idea you guys came up with. So there again, it's exactly what it sounds like. We're going to have teams participating and doing the best clean wiring using their techniques to make that happen. Of course, we'll talk more about that as it gets a little closer. The cool thing about all of these two challenges is that if you do get accepted to win, your tuition to Master Tech you get in for free.
Yes.
So you still have to pay for your flight and your hotel, but your fee is waived. So just that in itself is totally worth.
It's great.
Making the team.
And we have some prize money for you guys. So
wow. I'll take the prize money. I mean, I'm just 2010.
Yeah, for sure. Winners each day. Well, I think that what do we say? A QR code, and it's people's choice, or you guys are judging.
We're just there to make everyone. You can do it.
Yeah.
Sign up now. Yeah.
It'll be pretty
more
cool.
More information.
To be determined, but we've got some great sponsors for this. Yeah, so Amp of America, Electromedia, so a few others are still in the works, but it's going to be good. So,
and then this one I'm really excited about personally. I think the light contest. This one is pretty cool.
Yeah. So I got mine right here. See it?
I've been watching it the whole show.
Yes.
So kind of give an idea of what this is going to be.
So this is open to everybody. You do need to register because we're going to assign a QR code to your panel. And that will be because it'll be people's choice. They can take their phone right up to your panel and vote. But some of the general idea, the concept is it has to fit in your suitcase because a lot of guys are flying there. So it just needs to fit into a small roll-around bag that, you could make something cool that's small. You don't, the real estate doesn't really matter, but it's got to fit in a suitcase or smaller. It has to plug into 12 volts because we want to keep it a 12 volt family, not 110. And we'll have power supplies because I know we could just go 110 and it's easier, but I want we want 12 volts for this. And then imagine the sun's dropping, the tacos are just roaring for Fernando, and then you see on tables that are 100 feet long, all these little panels propped up on little easels lit up like Christmas, and you'll be able to go up and down as the sun's going down and look at these panels because it's dark. And check them out, and it's going to be badass. So, if you're down, and we're talking a couple $1,000 for the winner on this one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, prize money. We're just taking any sponsor that we can get, and the money passes right through to whoever wins. So how's that?
That's
very cool.
That's freaking awesome.
That's very cool.
Nice. Very sweet.
Yeah.
All right, so then the next question is, all right, let's get to some of the, everyone at this point is pretty excited. We did have one question I thought was interesting. What is the minimum age requirement for someone to attend this?
Ooh.
Don't know?
I'm going to say 16.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, so for the gentleman, they asked about how old. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think 16, just because there might be some language or things that, it's... I think 16 and up. We definitely don't want little kiddies running around because there's machines. For sure. There's a lot of machines there. So 16 is the age for sure.
Okay, so thank you for that.
Yeah, and no age limit. So.
Yeah, you can get as old as you want. Be as old as you want. Yeah, yeah. You might not be able to get around, but there's a lot of walking.
That's fine.
You gotta be, a lot of walking.
Yes.
So hotels in Mesa, Arizona are prime, to say the least.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it didn't used to be this way in 2019, but then a thing called COVID happened, and yeah. So we have done something different for you guys this year. We have actually, and I don't have them listed up here. They will be on the website. We have 6, count them, 6 hotels with special group rates just for us, and they're all within a 5-mile radius. And then we're going to have probably 2 shuttle buses, morning and evening, that will do a couple rounds and bring you to the convention center and then take you back at night. So we're trying to help with the Uber fees and make it easier. And most of these hotels have shuttles that go to the airport. So ideally, we'd like to think that you don't need a car. You could just get a shuttle to the hotel and then get our shuttle bus to and from every day. So that's the idea. But it's not a perfect world, but that's what we're shooting for. And I hope that we can help with this accommodation. This hotel is way too small for our group. It fills up in it.
This is the convention center hotel here. So for those of you that want to stay at the convention center, this is the one, the Delta Marriott by Marriott.
Yeah. We do have a link on our site right now for the event. So if you want to lock that down now, go ahead and do it. And
don't wait on the hotel.
It will, as soon as we open up registration for class, it will be done. So honestly, the vendors alone could probably fill that hotel up. So
yeah. Okay, so and that takes us to register to attend. Master Tech Expo will be the website that is where you can find all the information. That's going to be updating constantly, probably for the next couple months at least.
Oh yeah, until the show, basically.
Yep.
But follow us on Instagram or Facebook. Those are, I would say, your best resource is probably Instagram. We were constantly feeding that with all the newest information, and then the website for sure. That's your main resource. But as far as your social, Instagram is great. So.
Now, the one thing that we didn't mention in any of this, which is kind of funny, is do we have a price for the show?
It's going to be similar to last year. Definitely not more, less. I would say a little bit less, and we want to definitely help out. And if you are a dealer for some of our partnering manufacturers, they will also have ways to help you.
Nice.
Have a discount and stuff. You'll need to talk with them, but we'll be rolling that out. But we'll definitely have some stuff coming soon. It'll be around the same price in that, I'm going to say $700 to $800 range.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that was great. It was like $8 last year. So
yeah. And just think, guys, you're getting food every day, content that these guys have spent their whole lifetimes developing, sharing with you in just a couple short days. So, and then manufacturers that are absolutely stepping up and bringing their A game for you. So it is going to be, A+ in my book as far as the content.
No, I'm pretty excited. This is definitely one of the high points, and it's at the beginning of the year. So it starts off early. You get all the vendors that have the products that they're hopefully, going to start showing up, as it were, crossing our fingers. So it ought to be a good time. So, it was a good time, and we had a blast. I mean, we ran around like fools. So to us, it was just it was terrific. Yeah. And everybody that we went and talked to, and it was awesome. So
yeah. Well, thank you, and we appreciate your support. Like I said, we're still working through some of the curriculum on this, but as we get closer, and we are close, I just don't want to have it release too soon, and there's a few details to work out. We want to make sure everything's worked out. I will say the show floor is probably at 95%, maybe even higher than that. We only have maybe 1 or 2 booths left. It is almost completely full. So we want to go to the market with the show totally full, classes ready to go, and we have a super good game plan. So, and yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the idea why we're talking about this now is because March, though it seems as far away, it's not that far away. And, this event, it comes with a price tag. And so, if you're planning now, that's why we want to talk about it. We want to make sure that you have plenty of time so you don't go, I wish I would have known.
Well, that's what happened last year.
Yeah, we heard that
guys
so many
people,
last minute. Oh, man, I wish I would have known.
Yeah.
So, that's why, when you and I discussed when we should do this, I was like, I think August is like the perfect time because it's right about that time where it's like, if you're planning on doing this, start planning now.
Yeah.
Yes. And, our probably our next conversation when we do this again, we'll have a whole bunch more stuff to unveil and share. But it is absolutely worth it. Anything free is just that. This is not that. It is the high value proposition, 100%. The value is way high. So don't miss it. It is the event of the year. If you're into this stuff, I promise you, you're going to hate yourself if you don't go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's right.
Well, Brian, I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight and giving everyone a taste of what Master Tech Expo 2023 is going to be like. And of course, like you said, we'll be popping in periodically from now until then to talk about big things that are coming.
Mm-hmm.
This is just, as we like to say, a taste.
Yeah.
And that's all we got, man. Thank
all
you
right.
so much.
Hey, thank you guys for having me, and we'll chat again soon, huh?
All right, can't wait.
Okay.
For the rest of you guys, I'll let you go, Brian, because I know you got to get to another show. So thank you so much.
All right.
Bye, Brian. And for the rest of you guys, hey, thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with us. We had a blast. That's it. You guys go forth, be merry, have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.